So, you're thinking about becoming a digital nomad. If you're new to this channel, my wife Mandy and I have been traveling the world for the past 3 years now as digital nomads and content creators. And to be completely honest, it's probably been the best decision we've ever made in our lives. We've been able to travel to so many different places around the world while building a business that we actually enjoy doing every single day. And while the term digital nomad is quite a broadly used term these days, it can be anyone from someone who works for a company remotely, such as in sales or marketing, to a content creator like us, either a YouTuber, travel blog creator, or even an Instagram content creator. But no matter what type of digital nomad you are, there's gonna be a lot of unexpected challenges along the way, believe me, especially in your first 12 months or so. And some of these challenges may not apply to everybody, but having been doing this for the past 3 years and having met a wide range of digital nomads ourselves along the way, it really does seem like these challenges are pretty common amongst most digital nomads that we've personally come across. So in this video, to help you navigate some of the unexpected challenges and make them a little bit easier, I'm gonna share with you today 7 scary truths about being a digital nomad. And these are things that you're probably not gonna find on somebody's Instagram highlight reels or stories. And if at the end of this video you found it to be helpful at all, we'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe so that more people can see this content. Okay, number 1, loneliness. While traveling and being a digital nomad can be a great way to meet new people at times, if you're in the right circumstances, such as staying at a co-working place or a co-living sort of hostel type setup, we've found throughout our travels that we've had to make a real effort in order just to meet other people. And maybe that's more due to the fact that we are a couple and so we have each other. We don't really necessarily need to meet other people. Maybe if you're a single person going out, meeting new people may come a little bit easier to you. But at the end of the day, most digital nomads are spending most of their time working, which doesn't leave a hell of a lot of time for socializing. And even if you do get lucky enough to meet a great bunch of people, which hopefully you will, there is still the loneliness of missing your family and friends from back home. You'll more than likely be in a different time zone most of the time than your family and friends back home, which can make making contact with them a little bit harder. And just not having that familiar support group around you can definitely be a challenge, especially in the beginning. So we found the best way to combat this is to schedule FaceTime calls with friends and family so that we feel just a little bit less isolated while we're on the road, as well as just generally being open to meeting new people. If you are constantly putting yourself out there by going to like co-working spaces and group fitness classes or joining Facebook groups, chances are eventually you're gonna strike up a conversation and meet some great new people along the way. All right, number 2, you need to be self-motivated. This one especially applies to anyone who is either a content creator or just self-employed as an entrepreneur. And that's because you quite literally have nobody telling you what to do, when to wake up, and when you should start working. And to be honest, when you've just arrived in a new city where there's great nightlife and restaurants and just like a bunch of fun stuff to do, it can be really difficult to open up your computer and spend the whole day working when you know you could be out having a ton of fun, enjoying yourself. So being disciplined is extremely important. If you want to succeed as a digital nomad, you have to stay disciplined. We found that setting a schedule and giving yourself a list of tasks to complete each day can really help with self-motivation. And also being disciplined as far as doing something as simple like going to bed early can make staying disciplined and sticking to your schedule a lot easier. Going to bed early can literally solve so many problems. It's probably the biggest life hack we've found. If you go to bed early, you're more than likely gonna wake up early, which means you're gonna get started your day before everybody else, and you can start ticking all of those things off your to-do list. Also, if you go to bed early, you're probably not gonna be out partying, consuming much alcohol, and you're probably not going to find yourself in any sticky situations. Okay, we just need to give a quick shout out to Level 8 for sponsoring today's video and supplying us with the best quality luggage for over 2 years now. Guys, if you've been thinking about purchasing new luggage, now is the time, as Level 8 is currently running a Black Friday deal where you can receive 20% off their Voyager, Captain and Freelop suitcases by using code BFSPREE at checkout. So if you want to live the nomadic lifestyle, then you'll need luggage that will hold up in all conditions, which is why we've been using Level 8 for so long. Just like us, Level 8 is all about traveling light and efficiently, which is why we just recently upgraded our carry-on luggage to these awesome new hard shell Roadrunner 20-inch carry-on pieces. Just like the full-size luggage sets, the carry-on luggage is made from durable materials that are also waterproof, which is super important if you're going to be walking around big cities with your luggage. And they also have this cool compartment for our laptops, making it so much easier to access your electronics when you're at the airport and going through security. Plus, the hard shell also means you can rest assured that your valuable belongings are safe in the overhead compartment on the plane, which has always been something that worries me when we're traveling. For some reason, I just always imagine my computer and my camera getting smashed to pieces when the plane hits some turbulence, or the guy in front of me smashes his luggage on top of mine when he's boarding. But thanks to Level 8, not anymore. Plus, they also offer a lifetime warranty on all of their products. So if you're interested in leveling up your travel game, click the link down below in the description, and don't forget to use code BFSPREE to take advantage of their Black Friday deal, and you'll receive 20% off the Voyager, Captain and Freelop suitcases. Okay, number 3, your entire life is dedicated to where you can find good Wi-Fi. If you're thinking about becoming a digital nomad, chances are you're picturing yourself working from a tropical island where you can sit there staring at the beach, drinking a coconut with no shoes on and not a care in the world. Now, while this is possible in some parts of the world, unfortunately, a lot of places that offer this sort of carefree island slow lifestyle also have extremely slow and unreliable internet. It's kind of bittersweet, which if you are working online, it's just not an option for you. And you may even find an amazing hotel or Airbnb that's in a great location that you really enjoy being at, but the Wi-Fi absolutely sucks. And again, this can actually dictate your entire life, because the last thing you want to be doing is spending your time in taxis or riding around on a scooter, spending the whole day just looking for somewhere with reliable internet, just so you can get a few hours of work done. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to get used to it. And before you go anywhere, you really need to check the Wi-Fi speeds. We had a situation where we were in Siargao, which is in the Philippines, and it's an absolutely amazing tropical surf island with everything you picture when you think about being a digital nomad and just traveling the world and surfing. But unfortunately, there was basically no reliable internet anywhere on the island. We couldn't upload any of our videos, which meant that we basically couldn't work and earn a living while we were there. We had to literally drive around the island on a scooter, just searching for any hotel or cafe that had decent upload speeds, and it made it a lot more difficult just to balance the work-life situation when half your day is just spent sitting around trying to find good Wi-Fi. Number 4, you need to be good at planning ahead. If you're going to be moving around a lot as a digital nomad, chances are you're going to be on basically tourist visas, which are generally 30-day visas in most countries. Although I believe some countries do offer 60-day visas and sometimes even a little bit longer, but generally speaking, it's about 30 days in most places. And so this means that basically every 30 days, you have to figure out where and when you're going to go next and how you're going to get there, what visa you're going to go for, which city you're going to land in, where you're going to fly from, which airline you're going to use, which hotel, Airbnb you're going to stay at, etc., etc., etc. So pretty much as soon as you get to a place that you enjoy and you start getting settled in, unfortunately, you have to start looking ahead, and it might just mean going on a border run or something, depending on which country you're in, or it could mean you're planning on moving to the next country. And while it's important to try and enjoy every moment, it is important also to plan ahead accordingly. This was a little easier for us because there was 2 of us where I would usually be the one planning everything ahead of time, and that meant Mandy was able to focus more on creating content and filming and editing. And I just think having a two-person team really made this a lot easier for us. If I was on my own doing it, I think it'd be a lot more difficult. Number 5, burnout. If you are moving around a lot and moving reasonably fast, you're probably going to at some point experience some form of burnout. Burnout is a strange thing because you generally don't know that you're burnt out until it's too late. And when I say burnt out, I don't mean like you're just overly tired or stressed out or whatever. I mean like you literally cannot make a decision. You cannot focus on anything. Your mind is just going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and the only way to fix it is pretty much just to turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and just give yourself a few days to not have to make any big decisions, not have to look at any screens, not have to talk to anybody, and really just reconnect with yourself. A good way to avoid burnout is by getting ahead of it. So just knowing that if you keep going the way you're going, you're probably going to end up getting burnt out at some point. So try to schedule in at least a day off every week. For instance, every Saturday or Sunday is just a day where you don't have to make any big decisions. You don't have to open your laptop, and you just don't really have to think at all. You can do this by meditating or going to a yoga class or even some form of martial arts or fitness. You can even just lay by the pool and read a book or something. It can be something as simple as just switching off even for 24 hours every week. Number 6. Your entire life becomes your job. It's not just a clock in, clock out type of life for the most part. So if you think about having a regular job where you live at home and you drive to work and you clock in and you're there for like 8 hours, and then you clock out on your drive home, and you don't have to think about work or anything like that once you get home. But if you're a digital nomad who's traveling around, there's usually 1,000 problems to solve every single day. As an example, so you arrive in a new city and you have no idea about the area. You need to figure out how to get around. You need to figure out the language barrier. You got to sort out some sort of way to get your phone working. You need to find out where the best grocery store is, where the best restaurants are, where the best internet is. Like, this becomes a part of your everyday life. So just opening up your laptop and working is really only half of your job. The other half is spent basically problem solving. And it's really just a part of the all-encompassing career lifestyle of being a digital nomad. Now, I think I'm naturally a problem solver, so I actually quite enjoy these challenges of trying to figure out a new city or new country. So I don't particularly look at this like a negative, because I do enjoy the challenge, but for some people, it can become a little bit much, and just being somewhere that's comfortable, where they speak the language and you know the area, can be a lot easier for some people. And lastly, but not least, number 7, the worst case scenario is that you have to go home and go back to your regular job. While this might sound like a negative and something that you really don't want to happen if you were becoming a digital nomad, just think about it this way. If you're working a regular job that you don't particularly enjoy, and your dream is to become a digital nomad and live that nomadic lifestyle from different parts of the world, then if you take the chance to actually do it, and after some time, maybe 6 to 12 months, things don't work, and maybe it was a little bit too hard, maybe you didn't earn as much money as you thought you could, there could be a million reasons why you had to return back home to either your old job or a new job. But if you think about it, your worst case scenario is your former self's best case scenario. In other words, if you're working a job that you don't enjoy and that's the best you can do, then you've really got nothing to lose by taking a chance and trying to live your dream lifestyle, because you can always go back to your home and you can always go back to a new job or an old job. Okay guys, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. And if you found this video helpful at all, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this.